good evening or morning.
Yeah, good evening or good morning to everybody.
Yep. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in to our Fireside. Um,
Around where people.
yeah, we'll just wait for a while, just a while longer for more people to stream in.
We've announced on the Discord, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We've just
Yeah.
posted the.
All right. How are we reading Nexus Hub again? Keep an eye out to all of my beautiful purple names. I will gladly award a free whitelist next season to somebody that can come up with a good color system for all the roles we have in the Discord.
Yeah, it's
Because
gonna
I
be
want
Yeah.
every,
tricky.
because I want every role to be highlighted, right? Like I want the factions to be highlighted. I want the whitelist to be highlighted. You know, but then you got like alphas, inventors, whitelist, and then you've got your three factions, and then moderator and all that kind of stuff. My head of partnership is throwing a fit because he has a slightly suboptimal color. So in retaliation, I will make him an even deeper brown.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
So you are not happy with your brown color? Enjoy this one. All right. Alan is a smooth walnut now.
Hey, that could be an improvement to him, you know.
Okay. I think let me give a phone call. He's probably in the meeting, but we can start the fireside, and what I can take, I will take to the best of my ability. Um, but there are some questions I think better reserved for the panel. Let me give.
Yeah, so
So
we'll
how
just
is?
let. Okay,
Yeah.
Pete, shall we just begin anyway then?
Give me 1 second to make a phone call. I'll call him, and then we will start.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So,
Yeah,
guys,
so
today. Oh yeah, true. Go
mm,
ahead.
no, I was just gonna
Go.
ask you, we are a day and a half or around 2 days from the neko launch. How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, actually, really soaked, and you can actually feel the I wouldn't say tension, but the excitement in the air in Nexus Hub.
Okay, Tinny's coming.
Yeah. Oh,
Like I
okay,
thought
okay,
he was in a meeting. Yeah. So in
okay.
the
That's good.
meantime, I will take softball questions from the team, from everyone, from my beautiful list of purple names.
Okay, that's your call, Nexus Hub. Uh, yeah, you can ask some questions to Pete right now.
Regarding other chains, we no promises, but we are looking into it. So when Chunky Seal pet? That's a good question.
Yeah,
So how
I
you
was
guys
looking
been?
at that. What does that mean?
I don't know, man. It's hard.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
What did you get? Am I just slow?
It's like they're asking for a pet basically.
Oh, right. But why Chonky Seal in particular?
I have no
Oh.
clue.
Okay, I see why. I see why now.
Well, what's okay? This one's fun. What's my favorite fact? Oh, okay.
Good question.
I've officially taken a your head mod is factionless stance, but if I was a brand new member to the Discord, I think I would join the scholars.
No.
Oh darn. Do you have some reasoning for that?
Yeah, I always like to pretend that I'm the smartest guy in the room, and the scholars feel like that kind of vibe, you know. So the kind of pseudo elitism is what is right up my alley.
Pseudo
That's
Interesting.
pretty
elitism.
bad, right? Crypt is also the former scholar leader.
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah.
was.
Okay, he's
Why no
here.
love for the Templars though? Oh,
The
hi.
man of the honor.
guys.
I didn't say Scholar's my favorite faction. I just say that if I was a brand new member and I got brainwashed, I'd pick Scholar.
Right.
Favorite faction is hard to, but yeah, Tin's here, boys. Welcome to our famous founder,
Oh, hey, Tin.
Guys.
who
Right,
has
right,
refused to pick an amazing Neko silhouette, but that's fine. Can't make everyone abide by the rules.
Sorry, I've been
No, it's all good. It's all good.
really busy. Just came from a meeting, so I'm late. How's everybody doing
Yeah.
tonight?
Great.
Doing great. How about you?
Well, I cannot be more excited for this exciting fireside chat with the amazing three musketeers here. So let's get the show on the road, shall we?
Yeah, let's go ahead. So maybe in the interest of everyone new to our chat, since we did have an influx of new members, perhaps Tin, PeekaChoo, you guys want to um, share with them more details about yourself, what you are doing for Cipher, yeah, things like that, before we actually go into the fireside.
Okay. True, you want to go first, and then Peak, and then I'll go last.
Yeah, sure. So, what to say about myself? I guess in terms of how I'm helping out in Cipher, I'm helping out mainly with like projects and programs for the community, such as the Nexus. Also, with making the spaceships drop a reality, working together with the devs and the blockchain team, etc. And also, as a moderator, as a community, like helping out within the community itself. I guess that kind of summarizes it.
Yeah, all right. I am the head of community. As also moving forward, I'll be also handling all of the NFT related stuff. So the spaceship parts, the Nexus program, and obviously community program. So Nexus program, spaceship parts, and at the same time, I'm also working on the gameplay with the game dev team.
Cool. And thanks, guys. So for me, I don't really do much around here. Just come in here come in here once in a while to say hi to people, say good morning, GM, and then get out.
HPD, HPD.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday!
But no, but seriously, I am So it's all the newcomers, thank you for joining. Love to have you guys here. Of course, yeah, I'm the the world architect. You can see my name. I would like to call myself that because Cipher, the game, the story, the world, the characters, all that came from me, from my crazy little mind. And
Sorry, Sid. Sorry to cut you off. There's been a small request to slightly bump up your volume.
oh, okay, it's a bit soft, is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Of
sure.
course, that matches your personality, but for the sake of practicality.
Okay, yeah, I hope it's better now. So, yeah, my job, I would say, is just to to build the world with all these amazing people we have on the team. We have about 70 people now, 65 going to 70 people now. Um, across the all different parts of the world, all super passionate about gaming, NFTs, community building. So I don't say it's a job. It's very fun to be doing what I'm doing. So I'm just glad to be here. Thanks.
It's amazing. And just a brief introduction of myself. Um, I'm actually one of the community mods. So you guys would know me as the OGs would know me as the biggest Templar simp mod, as well as as well as one of the three makers of the Cipher for Cipher quest line, together with True and Deus himself. So yeah, that's that. Maybe we can move on. Just some general questions, Tin. Like I mentioned, since we have quite a few new members of our community, how about you could consider giving us a TLDR? How would you actually describe Cipher, and what Cipher has actually set out to achieve?
Sure. So Cipher is an imaginary universe. It's a very exciting place that has very deep storylines that you guys will discover or uncover as you play the game and get involved in all the media and all the quests
Hey,
and all the
Tin,
community.
can I
Yep.
stop you for a minute?
Sure.
Sorry, you It seems like you're cutting off.
Yeah,
At
you're
least
cutting
for
off.
me and some other
You're
members.
a bit robotic. A bit robotic.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Let
Not
me
sure if there's
check.
anything you can do.
You got any
Okay.
downloads going on?
No, it must be the settings here. Let me check real quick.
Someone said Tin is confirmed the cyborg right now.
I love how everybody that the first people to throw out conspiracy theories are my mod team.
Is it better now as I speak? Do you think? Do you?
Not great.
Yeah.
Great, huh? Okay.
Now it's soft and staticky.
Let it rejoin.
All right.
Can I slow mode only my mod team in general chat? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Who do you wanna slow? I feel like I know who you wanna slow down.
Like how do I get the mod chat to not flood my general chat?
You unmod them for a while.
Good plan. All right, let's go.
You can mute them, probably.
The next person that gets on my nerve goes back to the faction colors. Don't
Oh boy.
test me.
While we wait for Tin, Peek, maybe you can share, what you actually think Cipher, or how do you imagine Cipher to be, and how would you describe Cipher in your own words then?
I think for me right now, Cypher something with something small, right? Like right now, for the near future, Cypher for me is going to be the PvE game as well as the PvP, right?
Mhm.
But I think of that as like the first stepping stone. Like that is not our end game is not there, you know? Our end game is not just those two games and that's it. But those games obviously we're gonna keep building on them and then we're gonna build more things that connect the two, right? So imagine maybe in the future, before you head off to your dungeon, you have a little home base that you did the interior for, you know, that you customize, that has all these benefits to you. And that's from where you go to do your missions, you know? And so we're just gonna keep building on this character and this second world of where you're living, what you do, and we're just gonna build on top of that. But first, small steps. So we're going to focus on the PvE and the PvP game. Tin's icon is lighting up for me, but I hear nothing. Can I get a confirm from you too?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
here. Is it better?
Yep. He
Yeah,
sounds
but your
better. Yeah.
volume is low though.
Yeah. Can you turn up your volume all the way to max?
Okay. Like now?
It's still a bit soft, but I guess I
It's
suggest
all right.
if
It should be okay.
you
Okay,
can.
Some
guys.
people,
Okay.
it's
Okay,
still a
guys.
bit soft,
If you're
but
if
yeah.
you're listening in, you can right click on
Mhm.
Tin's name, and then you can up the user volume to 200%. That might help.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty. I mean, I can hear. Because I plug my headphone into the mic and I can hear pretty decently. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, I think we can hear you right now, right? True. Pretty clear at
Yeah,
least.
I hear you clearly. Yep.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Tin,
Yeah.
let me just rehash the question again. Basically, I was asking how do you describe Cipher and what Cipher is actually positioned to achieve.
Yeah, so as I was saying, right, Cipher is a imaginary world, is a sci-fi fantasy world that you basically will uncover like really interesting storylines behind these characters, why they're there, the whole universe, what is it about, what are the hidden secrets, so that the challenges of the world, and I think a lot of the stories are written by me or imagined by me, but also fleshed out by a really talented group of writers. And we are very ambitious if with world building, so it would definitely have enough content to be spin-off used to into like comics and animations, and we just hope to get our fan base, our community engaged for for years and years to come. So that's why we're spending a lot of time world building. Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for a grand game that we can actually all immerse ourselves into for many years to come, like you mentioned. So, Having said that, right, True, I think you wanted to ask some questions with regards to that.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask. So, in terms of you being the world architect, the builder of all of this, um, at what point or state do you consider that Cipher will have succeeded in like its objectives and its vision?
Wow, that's a really tough question because for me, I think for me, being part of like a little bit of a perfectionist, you consider your work is never done, right? It's very hard to step away from something. Um, so I don't think, I mean, if until there's a day where like there's no audience anymore, then we'll stop building. But as long as there's audience and there's the community around it, then we can continue adding tons and tons of content around the world. If you look at like Star Wars, right? It's been around for how long? And they can constantly add new lore, new content, new characters, and keep it interesting. So I imagine
Hello, Tin.
Sorry, Tin.
yep.
I think
Oh
you broke up.
no.
Again, huh? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I cut off at the end.
Yeah, sorry guys, because my internet has been a bit iffy for the past few days actually. Um, so whenever I cut off, so feel free to just like let me know, and then we can skim over that or repeat that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So which part did I get cut off at?
At the very end, basically.
Okay, so yeah, so basically like a Star Wars universe, right? Cipher, you can constantly add new content over time, over the years, and as if there's a demand, there's community, we can make it endlessly interesting.
Right, right. This is like, yeah, I feel like you've mentioned this a lot where, this is for the long run, of course. Like, and I personally feel that that it's a very ambitious, it's still reachable, but very ambitious roadmap, and the plans that you have for the world of Cypheria are just super huge. I'm super excited to keep seeing it. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask, do you see any potential barriers for the blockchain NFT industry? And how do you think Cipher is well positioned to navigate through these if they do arise?
Um, I think as a technology, blockchain is still very much in its early stages. There's a lot of technical hurdles that blockchain is not optimized for, as you can probably tell from the gas fees on Ethereum and the slow transaction and finality speed. Um, I believe that will change over time with the right teams building awesome stuff with lots of user demand. Then the technology will be forced to change or to upgrade. So I think we will adapt as we go, and always keep in mind and choosing the best technology that can support the most optimal user experience as possible. So I don't think, I mean, I see the hurdle, I see the challenges, but I don't think that's something we cannot overcome. I think we can definitely overcome it because we have a very strong, technology foundation, strong tech team, and with the right minds behind it, we can definitely find ways to improve the current user experience for sure.
Yeah, that.
Sorry guys. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, sorry, Trewco, please finish.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, that I can see that, especially from my interactions with the team. I can see how when something challenging comes, the team is always able to find a solution or pivot if necessary, which makes me very comfortable with their expertise. So and plus having the team being able to get like in such a short amount of time, there's already like what, more than 50 people in the team. Like that's pretty impressive, and they all seem very experienced in their areas. Peak, you were gonna ask something?
Yeah, I think we're still getting a lot of tech issues on Tin's side. Can
Uh-huh.
we? I can take a question, but in the meantime, I think maybe Tin can spend 5 minutes trying to bump his settings in Discord because I think he's still very soft for a lot of people.
Okay. Okay. pardon me for a few minutes. Then let me fix it.
All right, sounds good. So in the meantime, Peak, do you know what do you feel are the key pillars or ingredients that contribute most to the success of Cipher?
Damn, dude. That is a okay.
I'm giving y'all the tough questions.
Okay. Honestly, I think pillars of Cipher is that we will prioritize quality over quantity, like
Mhm.
any day of the week. Like I think we would rather do one really good game, even if it's small, than like try and branch out and do a bunch of things and be really ambitious but not meet up those expectations. We would rather do the small things right first, be perfect on it, and then expand outward. And I think that's a mindset that goes with the whole team. Like no matter what ventures we go into, we really prioritize quality and the core impact it has on the youth. Yeah, so I
Right.
think that would be the core.
Yeah. So it's more of a under promise over deliver kind of approach from what I've
Definitely,
seen,
that's
right?
definitely. And I think in
It,
this space, you have to do it that way. Otherwise, people will just not have faith in you. You know?
True. hmm
yeah,
Especially with how much the crypto and NFT space, change so quickly.
as
Exactly.
someone, as someone looking outside, right, as a community member, I also find that one of the strengths of Cypher is actually their community focus here. It's really strong, and I think the support that you guys have given to us as community members, even very early on, like the Cypher for Cypher challenge, is really a clear testament to the commitment that the team has to do good and do right by the community. So that's my 2 cents there as well. That I think that's one of the strengths that Cypher definitely has.
I mean, that's why we're very excited about the upcoming next program, right? Because I don't think we know what's best for Cypher. Like we'll have our ideas and our visions, but I think having a community chest that we can keep putting money into, can keep feeding, and the community can then decide what where that money goes, like what the community actually wants, right? I think that is really cool. And I think that's going to be very fun for the upcoming few months.
Yeah, definitely. There are actually a few ideas floating around. I believe once the Nexus program is fully rolled out, right? Which is, I guess, we can probably ask True to give us some updates while we're waiting for Tin. Um,
hmm
I think there'll be many interesting projects that will actually be
hmm
proposed in the coming weeks to come. Yeah.
hmm
So True.
Yeah.
I mean, since we're here, right?
hmm
And while we're waiting for Tin, so basically, there were a few things down the pipeline previously, right? Are there any updates that you can give us with regards to the Nexus program? How we're gearing up for that?
Yeah. I guess Peak, do I have permission to,
Yes, you may.
Okay. Yeah. So, we basically during this time after we announced it, we've been working, uh, you know, and preparing to make sure that it can happen as soon as possible because we definitely want the community to start building for the community. And like Peak said, there's a lot of ideas that come from the community, which given the team's focus on the game may not be that easy to do. It's kind of hard for the team to remove focus from building the game, which is the priority, right? So um, we've been working to make it happen as soon as possible, and we are planning to release some like news about this very soon. To of the actual beginning of the Nexus expansion program. I guess that's all I can really say for now. But in the meantime, like if there's any new members here that would like to learn about it, I just suggest you look at the Cipher Atlas, the Notion page. A there should be a link here in the Nexus Hub chat somewhere that contains it. But if not,
Yep.
somebody in the chat can share it. But yeah, look at that because there's a lot of information there. that describes the Nexus expansion program and what it's all about.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
And for those who are actually interested in applying for the Council of Nine, you guys can start planning your campaign as well. Since we're on this topic, we'll
Yeah.
probably be starting with that first, right? From what I understand.
Yep, that's true. And also, any ideas that you guys have that you would like to implement, like a project or an initiative that you would like to lead, you can start, thinking about those ideas and maybe finding other people that could help you work on it. Because one of the first things that we plan to do is release the actual um, proposal template so that people can start actually documenting their proposal and submitting it for the community to vote on.
Right, right.
But yeah, just a small teaser there.
Which is very interesting, definitely, because much of the community has been asking basically the follow-ups for that as well. Tin, you're back here?
Yes, I'm back.
That's much clearer right now, right, guys?
Yeah,
Oh
Very
my
better.
important.
god.
Yeah, so much
He
better.
just ran out to the nearest Apple store and just grabbed the first AirPods Max he saw.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
then yeah, no problem.
No
Then
worries.
I'll guess some of us are actually pretty interested, or me at least. I'm a community member, right? So we actually Cipher actually announced its really massive 6.8 million seed round last week with a lot of great strategic backers, right? And from what I understand in the sector, this is actually one of the largest raises done by a GameFi project as of now. So actually, I've been meaning to ask, right, Tin? How oversubscribed was the seed round actually? Could you share some details about that?
Yeah, I mean, we the fundraising happened in about a month plus. I've met about, I would say, more than 50 different investors, either personal or institutional. And in the end, the oversubscribed amount were about 6 times.
6 times.
Oh
Wow.
wow,
Okay,
that is a lot.
that's basically like $36 million waiting to enter Cipher, basically.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot. We don't want to take all the all the money because we'll be diluting, so much. And also, we only want the most strategic value add and most aligned investor possible, right? So in the end, we are very happy. I'm very happy with the current cohort of investors. They're all amazing. They backed amazing companies, really successful crypto companies, and yeah, I'm so excited to have them on board in our corner.
Yeah, so apart from the success of all these strategic backers that we have actually picked as one of the considerations, right? What were some of the other key areas that you actually considered before choosing our strategic backers in terms of how they can contribute to Cipher?
So okay, so money is one thing, right? Capital is important. However, it's not everything. When I talk to investor, what I tend to look for is also how, of course, what is their track record? What are the successful companies they've backed? And then I try to talk to those companies to see how helpful they were. And then I also see the investment team, like, are they helpful? Can they spend time with Cypher? Can they, help us with hiring, help us with connecting to the right, you know, industry, another industry, similar industry company? Can they help us with like tokenomics? Can they help us with like, preparing for our next round or preparing for the IDO and so on? So those are the qualities I look for. And right now with the current cohort of investor, I can safely say that we got all the everything covered. Like, I think if there's anything I need, at least one of the investors will be able to point us in the right direction.
Which is really amazing that we've built up such a big ecosystem through our partners and with the right expertise. So I'm guessing what you're trying to say is Cipher is extremely well positioned to navigate the ecosystem for the foreseeable future, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Then right, since we're talking about the seed round, and you mentioned lots of like the capital, right? So we actually wanted to understand that majority of these funds will be used to speed up the development and also the scope of the game. For those who are OGs here, right, you would know that initially our roadmap did not involve an ARPG, right? But that's actually our first title to be released right now. So I just have two questions. I wonder if you can answer. How is Cipher going to utilize, or rather, how do you actually intend to achieve this speed up of development? And how much faster in general do you estimate that this seed round has actually enabled us to accelerate the game development in terms of bringing it to market?
Yeah, so with capital, we can hire more people, more talented people. Right now, I'm about to onboard like some of the brightest, talents from Singapore, from like UK, from the US to join our team, and they come from very a diverse background, and some of them are used to work for like the top gaming companies. I cannot name now, is because of disclosure. So the capital definitely help with that, and then it can help us with also expanding our local team. We can hire more artists, we can hire more game engineers, we can ensure that we have uh, like ample resources to build the blockchain technology stack around the game to again to achieve a much better UX experience for our community. So I think capital goes a long way, and then of course with the speed of which we can deliver, then we can of course fast forward or or be on time when it comes to the next funding round and the IDO, and then the exchange listing or the decentralized exchange listing.
Right, right. Yeah, that was actually really enlightening, and we can see that Cipher is really on board to get this game delivered within as fast as possible. Of course, like Peak mentioned, with the greatest quality possible that we can muster as well. So for some of our community members, they recently joined in. They're wondering what is this Dutch auction that is happening in another 1.5 days. So I was just wondering, True, could you give us some details? Basically, what is this Dutch auction about? Um, it's mainly okay. It's mainly for the neko, which is an NFT. It's a playable character. But why did we settle for a Dutch auction? What are the benefits of doing that?
Yeah, so just to give a small, kind of like explanation of what a Dutch auction is for those new here. Basically, it's an auction style that, in traditional markets, it basically starts at a higher price. The price decreases as time goes by. In our case, for the nekos, which are NFTs, essentially how it'll work is that the mint price will start at zero point 0.9 Ethereum, and then 10 minutes it'll decrease 0.05 Ethereum. And then the lowest price that it can get to is zero point 0.1. So it should last about like 3 hours or so. And essentially, in terms of the benefits, we noticed that especially we also did a comparison in a case study comparing our Enu launch to another unnamed project, which had a Dutch auction. So our Enu launch was in normal mint, and the amount of gas that was spent was crazy. I think it was more than 2,000 Ethereum spent in gas alone. And compared to the other project that did a Dutch auction, the gas was a lot less. And I'm talking about a project which was very similar in terms of the amount of mint, the trading volume, etc. So we made sure to do kind of like a reasonable comparison, right? So what that's one of the benefits, the potential of reduction in gas spent, which typically would go straight to the miners, right? There's also a potential to mitigate botters since in a normal mint, botters could just buy everything at whatever is the lowest, whatever is the price that they set. But the fact that we're starting at a higher price, it makes it so that the they wouldn't want to necessarily bought at those higher prices, right? So makes it a little difficult for them. And also the other one, which I'm most excited about, is that a quarter of any additional proceeds for the nekos that sell over zero 0.1 Ethereum, that will go to the community wallet, which essentially will fund many of the community-driven projects that are part of that Nexus expansion program.
Right, if that's the case, right, how can I actually participate in this Dutch auction for those who are actually interested in listening right now?
Yeah, so the Dutch auction will happen in our website, so cipher.xyz, and I believe it's posted in the official links. So just to make sure that everybody just looks at the official links channel. Do not click on any links that anybody else shares via DM, etc. But it'll happen in the website, and essentially you just need to connect your MetaMask wallet in there, and you can also connect if you have like a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor. You can connect it via MetaMask to Mint as well. But then basically, as the Dutch auction is in place and the time is going by, you can see what the current price for that, what the current price is where you could mint, and at any given price you can mint a maximum of 5 nekos per transaction and per wallet. You can, you can spread them out if you want, like the 5, but it'll, that's the maximum amount. So basically open to the public. You don't need to be signed up for anything. You just log in with your wallet and that's it.
Right. So does that mean that, just to clarify, if I want to secure like a neko from the get go, right? I
Uh-huh.
can actually submit my first transaction for one neko, for example, and
Mhm.
then later on, as the Dutch auction progresses, I can actually choose to mint up to 4 more. Correct?
Right, correct. Yep. That's right.
Right. Right. So what time does it start actually?
So it starts at 1:30 a.m. UTC. That's on November 6th. So around 2 days. Depending on where you are in the world, if you're in the US, there's a chance that it might be actually November 5th. So I would just, suggest that you can do the conversion of that. In EST time, for those that are in the Eastern time zone, it would be November 5th at 9:30 p.m.
And since we're rounding up the Dutch auction, and since
Hmm.
True, you did quite a bit of research with regards to this. Do you have any tips for the some of our members on how to actually get ready for this Dutch auction? What are things that we should actually consider beforehand?
Yeah. So first thing is, I suggest that people that are planning to participate, please plan ahead, um, and try to at least determine a price that you are willing to purchase the nekos for. Because once you have that, it should mitigate some of the risks. And of course, this is not like financial advice or anything, but it's basically just a suggestion. Because the better prepared you are for the Dutch auction, the most likely that you'll be able to at least secure a neko. Because there's risks, such as, like, for example, if you wait till the last moment to purchase, and this is based on the research that we've done comparing to actual Dutch auction NFT sales. So, like, for example, if you purchase at the lowest price, there's a potential that there may be other people that are trying to do the same thing, right? And then you may end up risking not getting a neko, or ending up in a potential gas war, which, the point is for us to try to reduce this. But I guess in the end, it all depends on how the market or how the participants actually react. So I would say, just there's the analysis that we performed. It's in our Notion page. It should be linked in one of the official links channel, or in the general chat. But basically, where we did the comparison with another Dutch auction to see kind of like what's the typical like psychology of a Dutch auction, right? And there's charts and all that you can see of like at what point in time did people like did most people start purchasing, and how the gas and the price reacted. because you can probably find a good purchase price point that is not necessarily in the lowest, but you'll pay around the same even if you're paying at a higher price point. So I know I said a lot there, but essentially preparation is the most important thing, I would say.
Right. So to summarize, go in with a plan, decide the maximum price you want to pay. Not financial advice, but consider not waiting to the very last moment, because
Hmm.
from our previous analysis, what we've seen is generally you end up paying roughly the same amount, but to
Yep.
the ETH minus, as opposed to if you buy in slightly earlier, it goes back to the community fund, which can actually enhance your experience here with Cipher through the
Yep.
community projects.
Yeah, that's correct. And actually, now that we're talking about this, there's also, I guess you could say, some additional benefits for depending on the purchase price that you buy into. So that leads me to a question related to Dutch auction tier rewards. So Tin or Peak, whichever one feels most comfortable about this. We when we announced the Dutch auction, we did say that there may be bonuses or certain rewards for purchasing depending on the price, right? So there would be kind of like tiers for in the Dutch auction. So
Hmm?
um, I know it's something that has been worked on behind the scenes, right? But was wondering
It
if the
is
details.
coming. It is coming to Gen Chat in just a bit. If we just
Okay.
field another question in the meantime, then we can dive back into this, and everyone can have a nice little graphic that they can look
Okay.
at, and we can talk over that. But I think for now we can talk about we can temporarily move on to something else, and we'll be right back to this. It's getting some
Okay.
last flair put on.
Yeah, sounds good. So another thing that we did want to ask, there was mention recently in one of the recent announcements about a Enu Holder Raffle, like a trick or treat, and basically we mentioned that we would be announcing this during the AMA or Fireside today.
Correct.
So wondering if you could share more details about it for those that new members that joined in or weren't aware of this.
Yep. I think as it's pretty straight. It's pretty straightforward as per the announcement.
Hmm.
Whoever, sorry, whoever has a delisted Enu at 0.2 or 0.6 ETH, if it's delisted during the time when we check, you'll just win the prize as part of the raffle. So as long as you have a delisted Enu, we will do a check sometimes before the mint, and you
Hmm.
might win a whitelist spot. But hey, like details, that's as much as I can tell you.
Okay. So that was with regards to
No.
the whitelist bonus for holding on to Enus, right? There, yeah. True. Maybe I can feel this answer instead.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, sorry
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah, I
my
think
bad.
that was
I
separate from.
sorry. I got confused. Aerlion, yeah, go.
Right. This is
Oh.
related
Oh. Okay.
to the one where there's USDT prizes involved.
Yes, correct. Yeah, my mistake.
All
That's
right.
right.
Right. Pick. You want to feel this instead then, since
No, you take this one. My bad.
All right, right. So basically, Crypt shared like on the 31st of October, Halloween, right? So he actually shared that there'll be 5 prizes of $444 USDT, right? Basically, this is a Enu holder benefit, right? We'll actually be doing a raffle in the coming week, um, likely 30 minutes before our neko reveal. We'll record down the owner address of these Enus, and we'll assign the prizes directly to the owner of the Enus. So that's what we're stating right now. So there are five prizes of 444 USDT. So some questions would be, what if my Enu is actually listed on OpenSea during the raffle, and somehow the ID is actually selected? If your Enu is actually listed, we'll actually re-roll the number again. So that's that for the trick or treat raffle. and we'll definitely see everyone again with regards to this during the, or rather just before the reveal of the Nekos.
Okay, thank you for answering that. It's that's pretty cool. I would love some 444 USDT. But yeah, good luck to everybody on that. So, Peak, any ETA on when the tier benefits will be shared so that we can
And
continue
I
moving on if
promise.
necessary?
No, we keep talking, but I promise that in the next 10 minutes or so, everyone's gonna find out about all the exciting benefits.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, I guess we can continue. Ed, I know we've mentioned we recently had the Cipher Cares program, the first one of one NFT. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think this is pretty monumental, right? The fact that we've actually partnered with our community to actually give back to society in some way. We actually made a nurse neko, and it actually raised, for those who are new to us, right? We've actually raised 7.5 ETH or 32 grand for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Um, on our part, right, Cipher is actually included incredible utility to the nurse neko. What happens is you actually have guaranteed private mint slots for all future races. But just wanted to get some thoughts from Tin. What are your initial thoughts on our nurse neko actually being valued so highly by our community?
Um, I'm just looking at the nurse Neko now, and I think that there's no way that that it cannot be highly valued, right?
Yep, yep.
I think she checks all the boxes for a very capable nurse. So I think whoever was kind enough, I think Trade Sniper was the guy who bought
That's
it.
right.
Or
It was Straight Sniper. Correct.
Yeah.
yeah, so congratulations to uh to him or her, because they definitely got a steal there. I think more than just the money, though. I think it represents the community spirit that that Cipher is all about. Like, of course, we're here to build a great game, but we're also here to build a great community, and these kind of thing are the hallmarks of what the community can bring together, for the good cause. So I think the Cipher and Friends program will keep rolling out over the years, over the months, and then hopefully we can contribute and raise even more awareness and more money for just great charitable causes all around the world. So very happy that this one set the standard, and then we just gotta, you know, uh, do better next time.
Yeah, I really love how you mentioned that our community is all about contributing to causes and charities, right? So for those who joined us, actually there was a precursor to this. During the Cypherian Search, or the first Enu Mint, right? We actually auctioned off a time lapse of the first Cipher War, for those who actually remember, for 5 ETH. So the community actually back then was the one who actually voted to donate to a charity, which is the Guide Dogs for the Blind. I was just wondering, like, Pete, do we actually have an update on that?
Yes, the entire amount of E has been converted to USD, and we have gladly donated it to the Guide Dogs Foundation. So thank you to the Cipher program, to the Cipher community, for the Guide Dogs Foundation, and then for this Nurse Neko, it will go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So perfect.
And lastly, out of curiosity, right, and also from me personally, right, will all the future Cipher Cash program NFTs be one of one? Mainly, I'm asking because some of us actually were hoping that Cipher might release some NFTs for charitable causes down the line, but not exactly one of one. So, which we will probably have a hard time vying for, right? So was this in the plans, like, or would you guys consider this down the line?
We think it should be one of one. It's something special, something seasonal, so Christmas, Halloween, all these special occasions for a unique one. We think seasonal fits the format better and makes, you know.
Right. We understand. We understand. Um, yeah, that's about it for the Cipher Cares program. Again, in summary, thank you so much to the community, our Cipher community, for having such big hearts and willing to actually contribute to causes. So really represents the strength of our community and what we can actually stand for when we band together. So
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree too. I love the amount of, and not just Cipher, right? There's a lot of other projects that have been making good donations to charities via
I agree.
NFT sales, so it's amazing.
Yeah, I think
But
it's just a
That's
good
true.
step, and it's a good way of bridging our community to the more mainstream
Mhm.
communities.
Yeah, agreed. But so I just saw a peek that you shared
I
a
have no idea what you're
picture
talking about. I
in
don't
the
know.
announcements chat.
I did. I did.
I see that
That I
it
did.
brought a tear to your
Thank
eyes.
you.
Very nice
That took
font.
me a whopping 10 minutes. Yep. Thank you. That's. I'll be honest. I had that image the whole time. I just spent that whole time thinking about what kind of caption I wanted to post. You know.
Oh
Oh
man,
wow.
that's great.
Yeah, 10 minutes, huh?
And now you know why I'm not employed as our social media manager.
That makes sense. So do
Do
you
you
want
like?
to talk to us a little bit about this?
Sure. So basically, this will be on the website. So if you need to, when you open the website event later, you will see this on the website. As everyone knows, it's going to be a Dutch auction. So every tier will be 10 minutes. Every Dutch auction step will be 10 minutes. Yeah. So each of these tiers will last for exactly 20 minutes. So diamond will be 20 minutes, platinum will be 20 minutes, gold will be 20 minutes, and silver will be 20 minutes. And each subsequently higher tier will have a benefit that the previous one did not have, right? So for let's go through it, yeah. For diamond, this is the one that I really like. It's the first thing that I came up with, which is the names immortalized, names forever immortalized in Cypher, yeah. So what this means is, if you're in this tier, we will note down your name, and we will make sure that one way or another, your name will be forever in the Cipher world. Whether you could be, the name of an inn, the name of our intersection, of our most popular intersection, or the name of our most famous NPC, your name, given that it's PG-13 and not something really bad, will be Cipher. So
Okay,
moving
that is
down,
pretty
yeah. So
cool.
that is unique only to the diamond tier, right? Now
Mhm.
moving down to the platinum tier. So just to I'm sure, I'm gonna go top to bottom. Yeah. So anything that I say for platinum, diamond will have. Anything I say for gold, platinum and diamond will have. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So the platinum tier is from 0.8 to 0.75. As you know, Cipher has an amazing art team. So if you are in on the platinum tier, you will get a neko. Not necessarily. There's a small mistake there. It will be a neko sculpture. Crystallis is unconfirmed, but it will be a limited edition sculpture retailing at 1,000 USD for free for anybody that's in the platinum tier. This is what you'll get. Right?
Damn.
Wow.
Damn right. That's right. That's right. And then you also have the yeah. So this is for the platinum tier. And for the gold tier, it's not as fresh and new as the platinum tier, but you will get the Enu sculpture. So race also to be confirmed, but so you could have some high quality sculptures if you buy in at any of these two tiers. And obviously if you buy yeah. And the last one, the silver tier, the last one for the silver tier, the main one is the Hall of Fame list. So the Hall of Fame listing means you'll be recognized as a contributor to Cipher. The difference between this and the names immortalized in Cypheria is that the Hall of Fame listing is going to be on our website. It will be like a page, right, where all the names will go one after the other, right? So it'll be a page specific for your names that all the contributors to Cipher will be there. But for the diamond tier, you will literally be in the game world, you know? So maybe in the future, people are going to ask, "Oh, why is this inn called Sugar?" Or why is this road called Estanox? You never know. So this is
Yeah.
the way we would love to reward our members. And then you have the different swag tiers, yeah, all the way going from silver, gold, platinum up to diamond. And the one that I want to highlight So these are the tiered rewards. So every tier will get them, but they will be better the higher your tier. So for the swag, if you are in on the diamond tier, 1 second, you will get the special bomber jacket. So high quality bomber jackets for all people in the diamond tier. And that's I'm honestly very excited for that. So I might just have to put aside some of my funds to get in on that. And the last
Hey.
one, as I'm working, yes.
No, okay. Just to ask and clarify, right? Because I'm also new to this. If I'm a diamond tier, do I also get the swag from the platinum, gold, and silver tier as well?
What? Yeah. Sorry. Yes, you do. You get everything. So diamond gets everything below. It makes sense that way, right? Otherwise, it just doesn't. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And also for the sculptures, right? Would you know like how large are they? Has it been determined yet?
Yes. Tin, am I right to say they're about 20 to 30 centimeters?
Correct. They're about 25 to 30 centimeters tall. They're like hand painted by like the best like painters around in Vietnam, and crafted with love. Put it in a very nice, lovely box, and then it will be able to ship to you wherever you are.
Yes, that's amazing, man.
It makes like a great, like a great decorative item for your desk or for your work desk, your workstation, or just as part of the whole Cipher characters collectibles that I believe some of us will be for sure buying and stocking up. So yeah, so that's and these are, like you're the it's like super exclusive, so
Mm-hmm.
it'll be
Yeah, it
awesome.
sounds amazing. Especially being limited edition, right? And if you think about it, the game hasn't really launched yet. Imagine like after the game launches and you are one of the owners of this, like I would feel pretty amazing having that's pretty much saying I'm one of the real OGs, right? And a lot of these other um benefits do show that as well.
Yeah,
Seems like it was pretty thought out, pretty well
that
thought
means
out.
Sorry, guys. Yep. Just clarifying something regarding the swag bags.
Mm-hmm.
My claim, but sorry. So the diamonds here will get everything, right? So they will get immortalized, sculpture, Hall of Fame, swag bag, as well as title. Yeah. But regarding the swag, you get the specific swag of your tier. So everything else is all encompassing, but the swag bag is not tier encompassing. Does that make sense? So if you buy a diamond,
Right.
you will get the swag bag and the bomber jacket. If you buy a platinum, you'll get the hoodie. If you buy gold, you'll get the t-shirt, etc., etc.
right. Okay, that means
Okay.
that if I want to collect everything, I need to buy at those tiers as well, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So Pete, just a question. If I buy diamond and platinum, do I get two neko sculptures and one cosmic then?
Let me double check regarding this, but I don't think so. It should be per wallet address because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I just got confirmation. It is whatever the highest in your wallet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry, and
that's still
just to go through one last thing. There will be so if you guys play games, you guys know this. In video games, you have your little icon, like your icon, right? Your page, and you have the picture that you can pick, as well as your in-game name, right?
Mhm.
So you will get a diamond frame or a tier frame on your gamer icon that will never again be available. So these frames, when for the eventual game, will be only available at this time and never again. So if you're in here, you can show to people that you are an OG supporter of Cipher.
Yeah, it'll never be released again, right? So yeah,
Correct.
definitely bragging rights, man. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, any hardcore gamer would love that.
Hey man, you know how like some old OG account in other games retail for like crazy amounts of money? Could be the same, you know?
Yeah,
You never know.
yeah. Personally, I'm extremely excited about the having my name immortalized in Cypheria. Right, I imagine like 10 plus Sim Street or something like that.
Nice.
All right. Airline
Peak
has just
is
sold
It-
it, man. The
Peak is
Templar
gonna ban me.
headquarters will be on Sip Street. No. I will make this my personal mission. Wherever the Templar headquarters in lore, it will be on Simp Street. If it's in space, it'll be on the Simp asteroid. Don't you worry.
Damn. Okay, looks like I'm buying it at 0.9, huh?
If future Templars want to know what happened to their street name, you look no further than your archivist.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, but overall, it's really exciting to see that Cipher is actually already so quickly prepared swag for us. Um, Especially right now, when so many supply chains are actually um, disrupted. So it really speaks volumes of the connections that you guys actually have to get this arranged as well. Other than that, like True, anything you're really excited about the Dutch auction tier rewards?
I mean, I'm excited about everything. If I like, I'm actually considering trying to get a diamond. Honestly, I'm trying to see if I have the funds. But because yeah, especially the swag. I mean, everything. Honestly, the
Yeah.
the
I'm
the
loading
figurine, everything.
ETH as we speak, just so I can play my bomber Enu with the Cipher bomber jacket.
Question for you, Peak. So I'm sure the the community will have too. So if you purchase at the diamond tier, and then you just happen to hit a really rare neko, and then you sell your neko later on, will you be able to receive the sculpture and swag?
This will still some finalizations, but it will be to your. The swag will go to that. It will go to that neko. So wherever that neko goes, the benefits will go. But this is to be confirmed.
Okay.
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 Yeah, we'll update the community with this as soon as we get this confirmed.
Right.
Definitely before the Dutch auction. So don't worry, guys.
Yes, don't worry
Yeah.
about that. We will confirm for that.
Oh, and there was I feel like there was another additional benefit um that is not shown in here. I remember mention of a raffle.
Correct. Wow, you. I was gonna save it for the. I was gonna save it to people saw it, but okay, we will tease it early. So any NFT minted at or above 0.4 ETH, so below silver tier, will enter into a raffle that has a chance to win a character vessel core when the game launches. And the total number for the raffle is 500 vessel cores. Um, Cipher will airdrop a Ethereum ERC1155 token that can then be redeemed in exchange for a character vessel core. And what the character vessel core does, question to the general chat to see who knows about our lore and everything else. What does a character vessel core do?
Yeah,
Trivia question.
we have some
Trivia
answers
question.
already.
We have Kin, we have Mooner. A lot
Yeah,
of people already know. Yeah, it's cloning is the answer. Good job.
Okay, cloning is the answer. Good job. So cloning will be sorry. So exactly. So if you win the character vessel core, you will have a
Mhm.
head start on using your Genesis Enu or Neko, or maybe even a Buru at that point to clone.
That's pretty cool. So basically, they will
Yep.
have, if they earn this, just to clarify, if they earn this, if they win the raffle, one of the 500,
Mhm.
essentially they'll get this other NFT that they can keep, or I guess they can trade if they wanted to. And then once the game or the cloning feature launches, that's when they will be able to claim the actual character vessel core. Am I correct in saying that?
Um, yes. So you'll get a token, and
Mhm.
once the game comes out, you can then use the core. And once you have the core, you can go.
Nice,
Clone and
nice.
have your clone ready to go.
Yeah, so this is something
And
that they can that'll pretty much give them a benefit, right? Because normally you would need to obtain this vessel core by playing the game, right? So it's kind of like you automatically have a chance to clone something right at the beginning.
you're basically getting a huge head start because
Right.
like you need to play to earn the vessel core, to earn all the other resources that you then have to use to clone, right?
Hmm.
But if you have this vessel core, boom, go.
Yeah,
Okay,
that means
and
my
yeah,
go
sorry,
ahead,
go
Pete.
ahead, Alan.
Sorry, no, go ahead, Pete.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I just got clarification. It's a bit finicky, but we will make this very clear. But in summary, everything is tied to the wallet. The rewards is tied to the wallet, except for the vessel core. So I'll give an example. If you buy at 0.9, you will get all the associated swag. But if you sell, the vessel core will then go to the new person. Does that make sense?
Okay. So
Yeah.
Pete, you basically confirmed that whoever bought at 0.9, the swag goes to the wallet. But
Correct.
okay, so that means that if I sell my NFT, I'll still be eligible for the swag. The only thing that I'm not eligible for is the raffle down the line for those 500
Correct.
vessel cores. Okay.
Correct.
Yep. So we've gotten clarification already, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
really stoked about that as well. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's fine. No, I'm taking it back. Sorry, guys. Derping
Yeah,
here.
no
Okay.
worries. No
Any
worries.
okay, for a quick few minutes of any questions from the chat regarding these benefits? Okay, so once again, all nekos above 0.4 get entered into the raffle. The raffle consists of 500 character vessel cores, right? So if you buy 5 nekos, you have a higher chance of winning the raffle than someone that bought 1 neko. Just to make that clear. Okay. Anything else before we can move on to a different topic?
People from the whitelist can enter to the raffle.
No. So to be very clear, you have to buy at the Dutch auction above the price of 0.4, right? And we will obviously save this data. We will save this data, and when the raffle comes, all those nekos have a chance to win the 500 character vessel cores.
Or one of the 500, right? Like
One
per
of the
neko.
500.
Hmm.
Per neko, yes. So if you get really lucky and you bought 5, you could win 5 vessel cores. Good.
Right,
But
right.
Right.
we all know how statistics work. So
Yeah. So
at
you
or
heard.
above 0.4. Yeah.
Yes. So you heard that, guys. If you want to be the first few to actually be cloning your Enu or your neko, do consider trying out this opportunity, buying above 0.4 ETH.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So I think there are probably no other questions regarding this. Of course, guys, if you have any questions, after this fireside, you can always throw them in Dutch auction Nexus questions. We'll be there to answer the questions if there are any. Right? Okay.
Pete, can
Yes.
you remind everybody on the safety and hacks and all that?
Oh,
Basically,
thank you. Perfect.
telling them that no, don't listen to random nonsense. Yeah, can you do
Yeah.
that?
So, okay. We, as a Discord, have taken all the measures we can to be as safe as possible. I'm not going to go what these measures are because that just gives them more info if they happen to be listening. But as a user, to protect yourself, here is what I would recommend. Okay, I would recommend you have two-factor enabled. I would recommend that you don't open DMs from Cipher. So don't let anybody from the Cipher Discord DM you. That's what I would suggest. If you have to have DMs open, know that nobody from the mod team, nobody from the command room team, nobody official will ever DM you anything, right? We won't even say hi. And we definitely will not ask you to share your screen. And please, for the love of God, do not share your screen with anybody. Okay? Don't share your screen with anybody. Don't give your seed phrases to anybody. Don't transfer ETH. Don't go to a link that's not cipher.xyz. And anybody that comes to you in a DM should be suspicious from the get-go. We've already disabled links to the Discord, and you only need to go to our website. So remember the two big ones: don't open DMs, and don't share screen, and don't click on any links, especially through DM. And one more thing: when the Dutch auction goes live, we're obviously going to be on open. There will be some people selling their Nekos pre-reveal. Please make sure to get the link of the OpenSea from the Cipher team. Do not just go onto OpenSea and search up Neko, because that is the prime time for people to make fake collections to try and scam you. It has happened during the Enu, and it will happen again during the Neko. So just be patient. If you are the Dutch, if you want to buy from secondary market, we support that. But please be patient. And if you're ever confused, at me or at any of the bot team on Discord, and we will give you the official links.
One thing to add to what Peek has shared, right? Be careful right after the Cypherian Flash launch when it comes to bundles. So one of the common scams in this ecosystem is that they'll probably put in one authentic neko in there and a few other scam nekos from a separate collection. So be very, very careful about bundles when Cypherian Flash goes live.
I myself have already talked to OpenSea, and we had to remove 4 fake Cypherian Flash Neko collections. 4 already. So they will keep coming. OpenSea cannot keep deleting them in time fast enough. So please listen to what Peek and Aerlion is saying and protect yourself.
Like, I know it's frustrating, but literally just go on the general Nexus chat and be like, hey guys, what's the OpenSea link? And we'll have it in official links. We'll have all those links available. If you're still unsure, check the Discord. And obviously, we will rush to have the check mark up as soon as we can. If you see a Cipher Neko collection with a check mark next to it, that's safe.
Hello guys. So another security measure we'll be doing, right, is that before the meeting starts, we will actually have a fireside chat. So just join in the chat, just in case, right? We can never say will we get hacked or not, right? But if anything, worst case scenario, just join the fireside chat and we will approve the link, whatever link is being sent, right? So that everyone can have a peace of mind to go and mint.
Yeah.
The second thing is, sorry, wait, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go. Finish. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Okay, so the second thing is I'm thinking instead of sending a link, I will send an image into the announcements so that you will have to manually type the website in, right? So that whatever link it is, don't get confused. Go and manually type in the address in your URL bar. The third thing is after I announce, Peek and one other mod will verify the link or the image so that everyone is super clear, everyone is super safe, right? So we can never confirm that the Discord might or might not get hacked, but this is the measures that we are taking as a community to ensure that everyone is safe, right? So that is our primary concern,
correct.
right?
I'm sending, so as I said before, all links have been blocked on Discord except for our official link, which I just sent. So that is the only link you need to care about. There will be, and I will make this very clear, yeah? There is no such thing as a stealth launch. There's no such thing as a pre-Dutch auction. None of that, zero. The Dutch auction is the mint. We will not randomly say, hey guys, we're doing a surprise drop. Come in your Nekos. No, we will not DM you. It is going to be on the website, and we've made that clear. So go to the official website. If you're unsure, check back with the mod team. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for understanding this, right? I mean, we want to keep everyone here safe and secure as possible, but there's only so much that we can do. So we hope you can partner with us in, ensuring that, you guys are actually safe as well and not get compromised in these ways, especially since there's so many scams running around. Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that summarizes our point about the state of the NFT ecosystem with regards to the Discords right now.
Yeah, I think it's a bit sad, but we only can do our best to protect ourselves. Sorry, just to be sure, because there's a question about must we mint only on the site. I'll take this one. You can mint from contract, but it is not something that we are suggesting or even recommending because it is honestly a bit complicated and it takes you off the main website, which is very open to scams. So if you know how to do it, go ahead. But if you are new to NFTs or you have never done it before, please, 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 please stay away from it and go to our website. That is my official stance on that.
Yep, very very good information. From me, I will just say, just listen to everything that was just said. It's very important. There's been other discords or projects that have been hacked, and it's never good to hear that from anybody losing money because of scammers. So just be careful
Yeah.
out there. Um, one other
Yeah.
thing that we did want to bring up in addition to this was there's been some news going on and a lot of, I would say, hype related to Facebook's new approach to their company, which they're saying that now they're called Meta. They want to focus on the metaverse, and I feel like that's had an impact in one way or another in the NFT or crypto space. So um, for you guys, Tin or Peak, if you have any thoughts on this, I wanted to ask, based on Facebook's entry into the metaverse, what does this mean to you?
Peak, you wanna go first?
Um, I think Pin's better at these questions, but I think this just shows that we're in the right. Like, I think it shows that everybody in the space is just has just been ahead of everybody else, right? We've had the first mover advantage, and we
Mm,
will have the chance to lay the stones moving forward, right? So we will be the ones that get to innovate and get to be the first to do all these things that we're thinking of in the metaverse. And I think this just gives more validity for our forward.
Yeah, I want to echo that as well. Like, with Facebook joining, it's definitely validity. It's definitely that, now, everybody knows that the future is about Web3, is about inclusive technology, is about decentralization, is about, power is in the hands of the community. So I think uh, them coming on board, yes, it's a big, massive elephant in the room, but they just give us validation, right? That what we're doing is correct, and we're gonna keep building on it on what we have, and that I think there's always room for competition, and I think having competition is good. It brings the whole industry forward, and
mm,
it also allows us to bring more, otherwise. How do I say, bring more experts that would not have realized or recognized the space, and now their attention is like, oh, okay, Facebook is in it, Epic Game is in it, or the big boys are in it, so there must be something going on here. So maybe I should join this industry, and that's the response I see from a lot of like industry veterans when it's like artists or game designers or like just esports teams. So that's super exciting, and I think we are so early. And again, like I keep saying, we're so early, and it's good to be early, and it's good to be building right now.
right. Yeah, that's a good point. It brings, like you said, it's like we're technically the first or the first movers on the area, right? But those news and Facebook and big companies coming in, brings a lot of other, brings a lot of attention, which is very beneficial in all those areas. Like, it's not just people that are looking to participate or become part of the communities. It's like actual developers and companies, etc. that bring the in the end, ultimately, I feel brings a lot of value to the space. And with that being said, I did want to ask, you know, when we were thinking about the creation of Cipher and how it'll work, I know that there's been a lot of mention of that there's going to be kind of like the sandbox slash metaverse game mode in the future. Was when you were thinking about all these ideas for how to create Cipher, was it with the objective of building such a metaverse experience down the line?
For sure. That's why we went with 3D characters. That way we went with building it on the Unity engine, where it's very uh how do I say, it's very supportive of building expansive worlds. Like a lot of great games, open world games have been built on Unity. Um, and also that's why we really spend a lot of time in the lore building, right? I think the problem with most meta, not most, but with some metaverses play is that I don't believe in the you build it and they'll come. Uh, to explain that, meaning I don't believe in building an empty world and there'll be players or there'll be people living there. I think you have to give it meaning and purpose and community. So I think that's why Cypher started building first the PVE game modes, PvP, and then we're gonna have the land element and then the open world mechanic. So it's always very intentional, very purposeful, because once we have a community, then our metaverse, so to speak, will be fun, will be full of people. If not, it'll be quite a dead and boring space.
Right. So what Tin you're basically saying is like we're giving people tools, but we're also having some guardrails around there, like how Star Wars didn't become the behemoth it is just by giving you, okay, here's the language, here are the creatures. They
Yeah,
actually they had movies around that. People were hyped about it. They felt aligned with what happened, and that's how you get people interested and engaged with the metaverse there. That's what you're trying to say, right?
precisely. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this next question is actually something that's very close to my heart, and I think many community members here are also really interested, right? Because of Meta actually signaling their entry, I think everyone here knows, or rather a majority, metaverse-related tokens, right, have seen such a huge burst of interest, and they've actually been getting attention even from mainstream non-crypto investors lately. So, the question here I'm asking is basically, can you actually give us any details about the upcoming, Cipher token sales? When can we expect like the token sale to begin? You know,
Damn. uh so I was in the chat yesterday, I think, when Alex Becker was name dropping Cipher as the top like 8 projects to be bullish on. And I saw the Nexus chat just going like when token, when token, which drove our mods like crazy. So I saw so I feel bad for them. Sorry guys. So just to be open with you all, we will have Cipher tokens. We will have it. We will, once we're ready, we will launch it. We will make sure that it will get in the hands of our biggest supporters. We'll make sure that if you're a Cipher supporter in whatever way or shape or form, we'll have some ways to monitor and measure and hopefully keep track of that. And then we'll make sure that as our very the first 10,000 fans, or as our fans basically, you have uh I guess premium access to the tokens launch when we do it. But because we don't want to uh make everything fixed and then having to backtrack on it. So that's why we're keeping it very loosely based, and there's no like promise of A for B, right? So just keep it in mind. For sure we have the tokens. For sure, the community can purchase it later on, in whatever ways. But yeah, there's no fixed plan for exactly the date and the price and the supply. But yeah, stay tuned for that. We're working on something really cool, and which we'll unveil over the upcoming, I guess, months.
right?
I
That
hope
really gets yeah.
I hope that's the roundabout that's a roundabout way of me saying there will be tokens, but I cannot tell you when and how.
Yeah, but it's really great that you actually shared that, you're actually looking at ways to actually reward our communities, those who have been actually with us all this time, right, and actually supporting us, contributing to the Cipher ecosystem, the community. And I'm guessing with Cypher's track record, it goes back to what I was saying, right? Cypher's track record is that you guys have always been doing right and great by our community. I really believe that you guys will explore and find a way to do this in a fair and I guess a legal manner as well.
Yeah, that is very important, right? We definitely don't want to get into any legal trouble because we're here for the long haul, and we want all of us to be here for the long haul. So yeah, thank you for understanding that as well.
I think that's what we have for our fireside today. But I think there's one last question I wanted to ask, because back then during the Enu launch, there was some confusion, right? So, just for the benefit of our new community members, for our nekos, they'll come with metadata and they'll have like different armors, weapons. How will these be translated to the game? Will they be NFTs? Just for clarification, anyone can take this. True?
You
Tin, yeah.
mean you mean the armor as separate NFTs?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Basically, back then, people were asking, can the armors of the Enus be removed? Are they NFTs? So we just wanted to clarify this question for the new members here.
Right. So right now, right, all the armor and things that come with your 10,000s are soulbound, meaning that it belongs to that NFT, to that character. You cannot basically remove it, Uh, but as the game is released, through playing the game, you will get access to newer weapons, newer armor, newer gear, which will be NFT, like separate NFTs that you can collect and wear, and then you can also trade those NFTs. I hope that is clear.
Yep, it is. And also, I mean, back then, I believe we mentioned that certain weapons would actually be rare skins, right? Is that the same for the Nekos as well, like how it's been for the
Yes.
Enus?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the clarification. I hope that also clears up some confusion from the community, if anyone was actually asking about this. Right. Final thoughts, guys.
Uh, Final thoughts is for me. I know that we have been gotten a lot of like support lately from a lot of influencers. We announced that the funding news. So of course the vibe and the mood is great and everybody is loving it, which this is awesome. But as you know, out there the NFT market is not so hot, right? A lot of projects that do not have a roadmap or just a very like how to say quick and easy roadmap. I think they will have a lot of problem in the long run.
Q2 2022 video game, Q3 anime, Q4
Yeah,
the
exactly the typical
yeah.
roadmap, right? So I think again I want to just focus everyone attention on that this is a long-term project. Building a game will take time, building a community will take time. So you don't expect to 2x 3x your money just by buying a neko or just buying an inu. So please keep that in mind. Buy responsibly. Again, like I always say, invest in what you can afford to lose. um, we thank you for your trust. We'll keep delivering, but just don't overspend. Don't do something that you regret just because of the hype or just because of the way Cipher is being talked about by everybody. So I just hope everyone get that message across. Thanks.
Can you talk shortly about how big the team has grown from, like in the 6 months that the project's been formed? Because we've had, like, I would say,
Yeah,
almost an exponential growth for the team.
yeah. So we grew to 65, 70 people now, right? And we're growing more and more to about 80 people. um uh we'll just grow as much as we need in order to deliver the milestones that we set out to do. It's really challenging hiring good people. I think
Yeah.
you guys all know that, but I'm glad that we have some of the most amazing people in the team, and oh, yeah, I think the team will grow. And we have a Cipher join us URL website, so we are hiring about 15 positions now. So please help us spread the word. Or if you want to join the team, if you're a game developer, game designer, artist, social media, executive, there's a ton of position that you can join, and it's fully remote. You don't have to be in Vietnam to work with us. So I would love to be able to work with some of the people here. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, Pete, go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, I think that we've had a very good fireside chat today. It was pretty long too. I mean, like I think 2 hours. So, are there any closing remarks, anybody? Do you want to take any last questions? Otherwise, I think we can wrap it up.
Just one more thing, yeah. So even after the Nekomin, rest assured, our community will be well taken care of, and also uh, we will continuously reward people holding Enus and Nekos lah. So uh, do not worry if you're holding an Enu or a Neko, it doesn't matter, because both holders will be taken care of, right? And moving forward, and more announcements, contests, and activities and events will be coming. So that's all we can say for now. Yep.
So my passing thought is after the Neko launch successfully, and we do an unveil and an unveil party, I'm sure our next focus for the community team for Peak, Aerlion, Trewco, and Crypt would be the Nexus program. I myself, I'm super excited for that. I think there'll be tons of fireside chat around that, because I'm already getting proposals from a lot of the members of the community, of ideas of what they want to do for the Nexus program. Maybe they're already thinking of running for some positions in the Council of Nine, and man, like some of these talent are amazing. Like some of them are like guild masters, some of them are like really talented game designers. I'm super excited about the Nexus program, and right after the launch we'll be working and building that into something that is unheard of for any gaming community. So again, like, so excited.
Yeah, I echo what Tim said about the Nexus program. We're all really, really excited. Many ideas have been thrown around, both in bot chat, personal DMs, and really hoping to see really amazing things coming up from this. First, let's get past this Neko Bint, and we'll go full on straight into a big bang into the Nexus program building, basically. Troop, any thoughts on this?
Pylon online.
Okay, Crit, final thoughts? Any?
Not really. So just be careful in the Dutch auction. Gas is high. Don't wait until the last minute to min, guys. So if you want to min at 0.85, the last 1 minute, you might not make it right on that tier. So please give yourself some time to mint on the tier you want to mint, right? So that you have the proper rewards that you're supposed to have. Yeah, that's all. Thanks, Alan.
Yep. Okay, so just closing remarks. We've tried to answer some of the questions on Nexus Hub. If you guys have any questions at all regarding Cipher for the Nexus program, the Dutch auction, please feel free to write in Dutch auction Nexus questions. We will get back to you where possible. All right, then with that, thanks everyone for listening in. Really appreciate it. And we'll see each other soon again. Okay, thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you
Have a great
guys.
night. Have a
Have a
great
good
day.
night.